Hello, how are y'all? Well, welcome to another video. I know I've been gone for a little while. Um, just had some things going on. There was a video a while back talking about you never know what people are going through, and yeah, you never know. Had a lot of stuff going on. Not everything I'm willing to divulge onto YouTube. For the whole family, the whole world. But those of you that know me, and you know most of what's going on, and then you know, adding on life. I recently, um, I quit working at Tractor Supply for a year, and was coming up for a promotion, and they ended up giving it to a younger guy that I had just trained, uh, and I felt betrayed. Uh, Also, the assistant manager was his aunt, so I think that might have had something to do with it. But I don't know. Uh, Nevertheless, it really messed me up. You know, um, the job that I had at the time, not paying much, and they're just barely giving me hours, and uh, plus this past year I've been going through stuff. I had surgery, um, and before the surgery I was, sick. So, I mean, in reality, that's probably why I didn't get the job, Even though I really felt like at the time that I needed, more. I mean, I'm not making much. And after child support and everything else, I come home with like, $200 on average every 2 weeks. And I have a car payment that's $185 every 2 weeks. So you can imagine how that would be. And it's just been going on like that for a while, And, I could probably get a different job or a better job, but that's the other thing is, getting older. You know, I cannot do like a lot of the things that I used to be able to do. And that, makes it worse. Then I found out this year that I have degenerative disc disease in my back, probably from working hard labor all my life and doing stupid stuff, and I've in my life I've had times where I've been suicidal, you know, um, and where I just felt like you know shit. um, but you know, and I thought that I was shit. No one told said that, no one except for me. I was the one, putting that on myself. You know, I was the one that said I'm ugly. I was the one saying that, I'm stupid. And, of course, I know me better than anyone. I've been everywhere with me. I've been through everything with me. You know, and I tend to do things sometimes where I know it's a bad idea and I do it anyway. Um, you know, Not sure why, really. Just that's how it goes. Um, but I used to also have problems with alcohol and other drugs, and that had a lot to do with it. Um, like now I don't do all that stuff, so I don't really feel like that very often. But I do have moments where I'm just being negative. in my head and being negative outwardly. And it's hard to stay positive sometimes. Sometimes it seems to be almost impossible. And but I have found that even in those times, I can calm myself down and start having a positive attitude, like pretty quick. And I think that a lot of it has to do with I've done a lot of meditation. I've had classes on meditation, certain types of meditation, advanced stuff, to where I don't do a lot of this stuff anymore, but I have training and some pretty interesting things like like I don't know, it's similar to remote viewing. I also can heal people and I can do all sorts of stuff. I used to be very involved in all that and practiced it daily. And then I got to the point to where that's it's a lot of stress inside your head going on. I mean, like you got everybody's problems, you got all the sickness, you take on a lot of stuff, and it can be very hard to function if you don't separate yourself from that. And so I would say one of the biggest things you can do to help to stay positive is to remove yourself from where you are right now. Like step out of yourself and look at everything from another perspective. You know, try to put yourself over here and look back at yourself instead of, and not looking at yourself. Try to start thinking of positive things about yourself that that are true, are real. Um, it doesn't take long to realize. You know what? I'm not a shitty person. I'm not a horrible person. I'm not a lost cause. I'm not all these things that you say. You know, and then so yeah, that's usually what I do. I'll tell you a story. My ex girlfriend that was we had broken up, and she was off the wall. She was doing all sorts of crazy shit, and she had kids, and she was like living in a shelter or something, and she came by one day and asked me for some money. I said, no, I don't have any money because I didn't. I'm broke. And that made her angry. She got really mad. It's all my fault that her life was, whatever, which was not true. She would say a lot of things like that that made that, if I was that weak, I guess I would believe, I could believe in that. Like, oh, it is all my fault. I'm sorry. But, I know better. And so she's flipping out on me. And just before she showed up, my dad had called and asked for some money too. And I didn't have any money. I don't have any money, and I told him that, and he got upset. And then same day she come and asked me for money, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was really quite overwhelming because I felt bad that I couldn't help my dad, you know, and this person brought, coming over, it's just bringing up all kinds of memories and emotions that are just like, and I remember she's like, blah, 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 in my face. And I just closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and I thought of the sunshine and just the beauty of life, and I took myself away from that situation just for a second, and it was beautiful and wonderful. And I breathe, exhale, and I opened my eyes, and there she was. But I was just smiling, like, whatever, I'm sorry, I can't help you. You know, it wasn't, I'm not smiling and laughing because, haha, you're hurting. No, I'm smiling and laughing because I took myself away from the situation. I can't do anything about it. And she's in my face, blah, 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 and I could have automatically just, gone down that road with her, start yelling back at her, that's not true, you're a liar, whatever. Make a big scene. Who knows? Cops show up to my house, No. And the relationship was over. So, you know, I'm trying to move on, man. And, man, when she saw me do that, she got so angry. She flipped out and tore out of here, like, real fast. And, like I had just was just rude as hell. And it might have seemed rude or whatever, but her showing up like that was rude. My point is that I feel like that proves that in any situation, you can go ahead, take a breath, close your eyes, remember who you are, that you're a good person, that you're a helpful person, that you're not out to hurt others, like so many are. And, you know, you're okay. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. All these things that this other person is saying about you, it ain't about you. One moment.